Hello everyone, I'm CoolGuy, welcome back. Today I have a build video to talk about. It's something I've been having so much fun with, and it's something that has a very high ceiling to it, and it's something made possible by a couple of new additions to the game. Today I want to talk about what I like to call Heat Rising Retribution, and this kind of spills out into more builds. What's cool about it is that it's centered around the new Martyr's Retribution that has the new waveform frame. It's a one-shot grenade launcher, and projectiles released have a wave of energy when they contact the ground. It's basically a thermite grenade once it hits the ground. What's nice is that this really is a sleeper PvP weapon, because you can throw the grenade in front of your enemy, that solar wave extends out, it does massive damage for what it does, 130 damage when an enemy is hit by it. This in its own right makes it special, and with how it works, you can do some things that you couldn't do otherwise. This brings us to top tree Dawnblade, with a renewed focus on in-air play, and I may go over this subclass change in the future, but this is a subclass that has a very high ceiling. It's one of those that can be really good in one player's hands and really bad in another. It's really highlighted by the in-air play and the double dodge. Let's all remember, Twilight Garrison got nerfed in Destiny 1. It was a double dodge and it got nerfed to a single dodge, because that's how strong the movement is, and this is basically pre-nerfed Twilight Garrison. It's an exotic built into the subclass now. Getting into it, we have Top Tree Dawn and this new grenade launcher. You have a lot of freedom with what you can do from here. The idea behind it is use that Top Tree power level to be above your enemy out of sight, drop the grenade straight down in front of them. It's going to travel forward, doing that 130 damage, and you can clean them up. It's important that on the grenade launcher itself that you're running quick access sling. Swap weapons much faster for a short duration after emptying the magazine. After you shoot the grenade, quick swap for the cleanup. Your other option to pair it with can be anything. For me, it's Thorn. I call it Sorrow's Retribution. What's nice about Thorn, when you get the cleanup, it drops a soul, you get the buff. The next opponent gets increased burn damage, meaning that you can throw down the 130 wave and then body shot them with Thorn, because the burn damage is going to burn them out. But I want to be clear, you can pair it with anything. Rat King, Ace of Spades, a pulse rifle, because the top tree, especially when you consume your grenade, you get that extended glide time and improve in-air accuracy, so it can be anything. So let's get into the skill tree and the exotics. Again, lots of options. First of all, on Void Boots, you do want Grenade Launcher Scavenger. It's very important. But moving on, the new Top Tree Dawnblade melee is crazy. The grenade launcher does enough damage that you can drop the shot and immediately follow up with a melee. It tracks them, so it's just a 1-2 combo for them to be down. So if you want to use something like Claws of Ahamkara for a double melee charge, go right ahead. If you want to do the waveform grenade seeking melee combo, you can do it with Karnsteins as well. That works really good. You can drop the shot, throw the melee at a distance, get the melee final blow, and then Vampire's Caress kicks in. You then have crazy health regen while you're up in the air. Another thing, if you're still using the melee, another great option is the Sunbracers. You can do the combo from the air. When you get that melee final blow, it procs Helium Spirals. Extremely fast solar grenade cooldown. It's a very fun one. You can consume a grenade before or after, get up in the air, do the combination, follow up with the charged melee final blow, then be up in the air and start raining down fire on the battlefield. It's so cool. And if you want to actually utilize the power fluffle with Heat Rises, put on Starfire Protocol for 2 fusion grenades. This is 2 grenade consumptions to proc Heat Rises for that better in-air play. That means you can hover longer in doorways to drop the little mini nukes down on your enemies. You can put on something like Chromatic Fire for more explosions on precision final blows. You can pair that with Ace of Spades and have a really good time. After you land the wave, it's a one-shot headshot. Ace is the best pairing for Chromatic Fire for the double explosion, so you get that final blow, and then have Mimitsu Mori for your next engagement. Many ways to do this, but it all starts with this new grenade launcher. Being in the air, out of sight, dropping down the massive damage, and then cleaning them up. So strong. Mind though, this video does have aggressive clips from the ground though. Using this grenade launcher with quick access sling is still very good. But in the air, you can start baiting. You can do a lot of different things when the time comes up, when the situation comes up. But the entirety of this new playstyle is really centered around with what you can do with the grenade launcher. I've been having an absolute blast with it. Being in the air, dropping it straight down at times, it extends out, getting the 130, then following up. There's various exotics to do this with. It really depends on what you want to do, because all of them can be powerful, all of them can be viable. It's very good versus aggressive players that are rushing you with shotguns. It's very good to bait players, very good to be offensive as well, because you can come around a corner from the air. Usually they're not going to see you up there. You can throw the grenade at a distance and actually sometimes get downs with the grenade launcher itself. It's so fun, y'all. Now, I talked about the melee follow-up after shooting the grenade, but you can also use a fusion sticky. You can use that to follow up. Usually you can just throw the grenade launcher shot down, and as soon as you do that, you can throw the sticky attached to them. And a lot of times the grenade hits at the same time as the solar wave, and it's just an instant delete. I do personally prefer to run it with Starfire Protocol for 2 grenades, that way I can proc Heat Rises more. And I pair it with Thorn because when it's procced, you can one-shot body after the grenade wave, and itself is a great dueling weapon. But the sky's the limit with what you can do with all of this. Various primaries to pair, various exotics to pair, it's a fun playstyle with this grenade launcher. You can also do hands-on for more super energy, ashes to assets, or even the new dire artillery mod that grants additional super energy on energy or power weapon final blows with a grenade launcher. It's a very rewarding thing to do, and while all of this is going on, you have the most important thing, the double dodge. So try this one out. I think that if you try it and do the combo once, you're gonna be hooked, because it's a blast. So if you're new here, remember to hit the subscribe button. If you are subscribed, thank you so much for your support. This section is over if you want to stick around. There are some clips using various exotics doing different things from the air and on the ground using this grenade launcher. Let's talk about this build and playstyle down below. And if you do have any suggestions to make it better, sound off. Thank you for watching, and until the next one, I am CoolGuy.
That's why we have fire teams. Together as one. I love it. 30 seconds. Has gained ground, but it's not over. Zone A captured. Enemy claimed Zone C. Built a lead. Destroy it! Zone A captured. Enemy claimed Zone C.